Hello. So this will be the last part of the statement of financial of Hello. So this will be the last part of the financial statement. It is called the statement of cash flows or cash flow statement, which is the fourth or the fifth part of the financial statement. So so ito yung last nun pero hindi siya yung pag pinresent natin, hindi siya yung nasa pinaka huling paper kasi ang nasa likod ng statement of cash flow is yung mga notes na kung saan ang una, yung notes natin sa statement of financial position. Ang pangalawang note natin ay pangalawang page ng mga notes is nasa statement of comprehensive income. Tapos, ito, mga notes ng statement of cash flow. So, bakit nga ba to tinawag na statement of cash flow? So, from the name itself, ang ating pagtutuon ng pansin is the cash flow. So, and from the word itself, cash lang. So, it provides the information on the source, pinanggalingan, at sa pinaggamitan and utilization of cash during the period. So, sa loob ng isang taon, saan galing at saan ginastos ang pera. Kasi yun yung isa sa pinaka-importante sa business. In other words, it provide information on the inflows, pasok ng pera, and outflows, paglabas ng pera of cash. So the presentation of the statement of cash flow is divided into three parts. So SCF are presented according to the activities they have been generated or utilized. So, pinapresent natin siya based kung saan siya nakuha or nagamit. So, first is, of course, the operating activities. Second is the investing activities. And the last is the financing activities. So, this is the things that you have to remember. Pag natin yung operating activities, dapat after ka sa income tsaka sa expense palagi. Kasi nga, operating based on the operation. So, ano yung naging income mo sa operation at ano yung naging expense mo during the operation. Pag sa investing naman, it is the acquisition and disposal of property, plant, and equipment. Ibig sabihin, nag-invest ka ba or nag-expand ka ng mga physical assets natin or ng mga fixed assets. So, kapag ikaw ay nagbenta ng part ng property, plant, and equipment or PPE, investing yon. Kapag bumili ka, investing yon. And last is financing. Kapag sinabi natin financing, these are investment and drawings by the owner and loan transactions. So, financing, ikaw ay nagdagdag ng pera, nag-invest additional equity, nag-withdraw ka from the company or drawing ng owner, at saka kapag nangutang yung mga liabilities natin or nagbayad tayo ng mga accounts payable or liabilities ng business. So take note that only those transactions that affect cash, kaya nga cash flow statement, are included in the statement of cash flows. Transactions that do not affect cash are excluded from the statement of cash flow. So, if the transaction is cash-based, pasok, kasama siya dito. Pag hindi naman siya cash-based, halimbawa, palitan lang, o yung product ko, palit mo sa product mo, hindi siya kasama dito. Kasi hindi wala namang cash flow doon, wala namang nilabas na pera doon or pinasok na pera galing doon. So, under ng operating activities, ito yung apat na common na makikita natin. We have cash receipts from sale of goods and rendering of service or yung revenues. Cash receipt from interest income. Kung nagpautang ka, nagpalagay ka ng interest, dito mo rin makikita, income pa rin. Cash payment for purchases of inventory. Kapag bumili ka ng inventory, syempre, operating yon, especially kung merchandising at manufacturing ka. Cash, of course, cash payment of expenses. Part pa rin siya ng operating activities. So, kita mo, si income at si expense. Pagdating naman sa investing activities, ang makikita natin dito madalas is cash payment from the acquisition of property, plant, and equipment kapag bumili, at kapag cash receipt from sales of property and plant and equipment. Nagbenta pag bumili, kapag nagbenta. Hindi sale na revenue, sale as in nagbenta ka. You have to give up of your property, plant, or equipment. Pagdating sa financing activities, sa makita naman natin dito are cash receipts from investments of owner to the business. Kaya nga financing, si owner ba nagdagdag ba siya ng investment? Si owner ba nag-withdraw? Sa financing pa rin 'yan kasi 'di ba ang automatic pera ang gumagalaw doon kasi pag nag-input ka ng pera, kumuha ka ng pera. Cash receipts from loan, pag nagbayad ka ng loan or nakakuha ka ng loan. Ito pala, pag kumuha ka ng loan, syempre alangan mo mag-loan ka ng except product na yung accounts payable, nag-loan ka sa bangko, dito rin yon, financing pa rin yun kasi pera pa rin yon. Cash payment of repayment of loan, na binayaran mo yung pinagkautangan mo na bangko, under financing activities pa rin yan. So, yun yung mga dapat nyong i-categorize lang. Operating, investing, and then financing. So, upon reporting cash flows from operating activities, it could be presented using a direct method or indirect method. Ano yung direct method at indirect method? Kapag direct method, it shows each major class of cash. The major class of gross cash receipts and gross cash payments. Sabihin, yung totality na lang ang lalagay. Pero kapag indirect method, adjust accrual basis profit of loss for the effect of changes in operating asset and liabilities and the effect of non-cash items. So, indirect, yung mga non-cash items na nakakaapekto sa cash flow is isinasama natin. Halimbawa, ito. Pag direct method, ayan, cash receipt from sale. Nakakuha ka galing sa sales or income. Cash paid for the purchase of inventory. Nagbawas ka ng pera, parenthesis. Cash paid for salaries expense. Nagbayad ka ng expense, ng salaries. Nagbayad ka ng utilities. Nagbayad ka ng interest. So, total, so net cash from the operating activities would be this one. So, same with financing and investing. At the end, you have the net cash flow from operating or investing or financing. Tapos ito yung mga ABCD kanina, ABCDE. While kapag indirect method, you have the cash flow from operating activities. So you have the profit or loss. Pag loss, syempre naka-parenthesis. Ito profit, so pwedeng walang parenthesis. So mga non-cash item, ibig sabihin nakaka-apekto siya sa cash, pero hindi naman siya naka-apekto dun sa pera directly. So, halimbawa, kagaya ng depreciation. depreciation kasi, di ba, pag binenta mo yung bagay, nababawasan yung value. So, you have to add it. Gain on sale of equipment. Nagbawas ka ng equipment, ibig sabihin, bawas ka ng pera. So, total. Next, you have the changes in operating assets and liabilities. Increase in accounts receivable, decrease in inventory, increase in prepaid asset, increase in accounts payable, decrease in salaries payable. So, net cash from operating activities. So, but for this session, grade 12, ang gagamitin lang muna natin is direct method. So, the guidelines for the indirect method, kahit na hindi natin siya gagamitin or hindi natin siya isasama sa activities, ito yung guidelines. Pag non-cash items, ito yung mga pwede natin, ito yung mga explanation, bakit. About non-cash expense, number 1. So, a depreciation expense is added to accrual money gained by accrual interest basis profit. It affects basis profit but does not affect cash. Kaya kung mo siya ina-add, kasi ang naapektuhan niya lang is yung profit. Wherein, di ba, ibinabawas mo siya sa profit na kaya mo siya ina-add. Parang, instead of subtracting directly to cash, since hindi mo pa naman binibenta yung item, i-add mo yung depreciation expense. Kumbaga, parang ito yon. Kung ito si profit, tapos depreciation expense, ang kailangan lang natin, di ba, si cash. Yan. Kung si profit mo ay 1K, sa indirect method, kung meron kang depreciation na 100, pwede sa cash, you have 900. Tapos, guys, sa presentation kanina ito, non-cash item, na depreciation, kaya mo siya ina-add, kasi, part pa rin siya ng profit at ng cash, pero, ina-allocate mo lang siya kay depreciation. Kaya natin siya ina-add. Next, a loss on sale of property, plant, and equipment are added to accrual basis profit. Losses on property, plant, and equipment decreases accrual basis profit, but they pertain to investing activity. Ibig sabihin, kapag nagbenta ka kasi ng gamit, di ba? Nababawasan ka ng profit. Pwede kang mabawasan ng profit. So, kailangan mo siyang isubtract doon. Pero, idadagdag mo naman siya sa investing activity. Pangalawa, non-cash income. Sa non-cash income, we have gains on sale of property, plant, and equipment, which are deducted from accrual basis because gains on sale of property, plant, and equipment increase accrual basis profit, but they pertain to investing activities. Babawas mo rin siya sa operating kasi dapat nasa investing activity siya. Pero kailangan niya mag-appear sa operating kasi nga, it is a sale of a property. Number 3, increase in operating current asset except cash or yung mga trade accounts and trade notes receivable inventory accrual basis profit. Number 4, decrease in operating current asset except cash are added from accrual basis profit. Number 5, increase in operating current liabilities are added from accrual basis profit. Number 6, decrease in operating current liabilities are deducted from accrual basis profit. Now, we have the different reporting cash flow from investing and financing activities. So, cash flow, inflow, and outflows from investing and financing activities are reported on the basis of major classes of gross cash receipts and gross cash payments. So it is similar to the direct and indirect method of presenting cash flows from operating activities. Example, we have you have to classify kung saang transaction siya naka-affect. Halimbawa, collection from customer of sales of goods. Siyempre, operating activities. Cash received from loan obtained from the bank. So, this is investing kasi loan from a bank. Cash received from additional investment by the owner. So, this is financing again kasi nagdagdag ng investment si owner. Payment to suppliers for the purchase of inventory. So, this is operating. Payment for employee salaries, operating pa rin. Payment for rent expense, operating. For utilities expense, operating. Payment of acquisition of equipment. So, this is for investing. So, cash disbursement for drawings by the owner, that is financing. So, ulitin natin. No? This is operating, financing, operating, operating, investing, and then financing. Kapag sinamarize natin, ito siya. So, ABC Corporation Statement of Cash Flow for the period ended December 31, 2017, which is dapat, lahat yan is in one single line. Ay, dapat isang ganun lang yan. Kaya dahil sa hindi kasya sa PowerPoint, pinaghiwalay ko. So, you have this cash flow from operating activities, cash flow from investing activities, and cash flow from financing activities.